Very good morning, children. I hope you have understood the fractions, the previous concept what we have learned. So what all we have learned in that, you learned what is the meaning of a fraction, how many types of fractions we do have, and what are equivalent fractions, and how to check whether the given fractions are equivalent or not, and what more you have learned, and how to write 3 or more equivalent fractions of a given fractions. Also, you learn how to reduce a given fraction in its lowest terms by cancelling the denominator and numerator with the same common factor. Now today we are going to continue with the furthermore concepts, like we are going to learn about like and unlike fractions. As I have said, already we learned what are actually like and unlike fractions. So fractions with same denominator are called as the like fractions. Fractions with different denominators are called as the unlike fractions. So what are the like fractions, children? Fractions with the same denominator. Fractions with the same denominator are called as the like fractions, and fractions with different denominators are called as the unlike fractions. Now what are we going to do with like and unlike fractions? Now in this chapter, the leftover problems, you are going to learn how to compare the like fractions and also unlike fractions. And also you are going to learn how to convert an improper fraction to mixed fraction and mixed to improper. Now let us see one by one. Now we are going to learn first the comparison of fractions. Comparison is nothing but you have to just check it out which fraction is greater or which fraction is smaller. Now I have a group of fractions, say 12 by 13, 11 by 13 and 4 by 13. Now I have here 3 fractions. Now in these 3 fractions, what do you observe? All the denominators are same, 13, 13, 13. So when denominators are same, they are called as the like fractions. So when the denominators are same for the given fractions, you are going to compare the numerator. What are you going to do? You are going to compare the numerator. The more the numerator, the greater the fraction. The more the numerator, the greater the fraction. Now see, 12, 11 and 4. Which one is a greater number in this? 12. It means 12 by 13 is the greater fraction. Alright, now which is a smaller number in this? 4. So 4 by 13 is a smaller fraction. Got it, children? So when the denominators are same, what are you going to do? You are going to compare the numerators. The big the numerator, the greater the fraction. The small the numerator, the fraction will be small. Okay, so this is in case if denominators are same. Now let us see the case where numerators are same. For suppose I have 7 by 3, 7 by 9, 7 by 30. Now what do you observe here? You can observe all the denominators are different but numerators are same. In this case, it is quite opposite of this problem. Okay, so if denominators are same, the greater the numerator, bigger the fraction. Ante numerator peddaga undi ante fraction is a greater fraction. But here, the small the denominator, the greater the fraction. It is quite opposite. If the denominator is small, then this fraction is the greater fraction. Got it, children? So this here it is quite opposite. Understood? So generally we say denominator is small, then the fraction is small. No. So if the denominator is small, then we say the fraction is greater, because 3 is the smallest number among the given numbers. Am I right? So, if the denominator is small, then the fraction is greater. If the denominator is greater, then the fraction is smaller. Are you able to find out the difference between this sum and this sum, children? Here, all the denominators are same. So, when denominators are same, the big the numerator, the big the fraction. Ante numerator peddega undi anante aa fraction peddadi ani. But when numerators are same, in that case, the least number, like 3 is the smaller number among the given 3 denominators. So 3 is smaller, it means 7 by 3 is the greater fraction. And 13 is the greater denominator, it means 7 by 13 is the smaller fraction. Got it, children? So when denominators are same, the greater the denominator, the fraction is the greater. The lesser the numerator, if denominators are same, the greater the numerator, the fraction is greater. If the numerator is small, then the fraction is small. But when denominators are different, I mean to say, if numerators are same, in that case, then what are we going to say? The least the denominator, the greater the fraction. The greater the denominator, the least the fraction. It means if denominator is greater, then the fraction is smaller. That's it. This is how you will compare the fractions if the numerators are same, denominators are same, and if numerators are same. Okay. Then if both denominators and numerators are different, if denominators and numerators are different, in that case, how to compare a fraction? How to compare a fraction? Let us see. First, suppose I have this bunch of fractions, children. Let us take one example. I have 3 by 6, 2 by 8, 1 by 3 and 3 by 4. Now, if you observe the given fractions, the numerators are different as well as the denominators are different. So, already we have discussed, if the numerators are same, how to compare? If the denominators are same, how to compare? But now this is case 3, wherein like numerators and denominators are different. Now what are these fractions? When denominators are different, these are called as the unlike fractions. Okay, children, now how are we going to compare, or how are we going to know which is the smallest fraction and which is the biggest fraction? Now before that, already you learned how to find out the LCM in your previous classes, right? So before comparing the denominators, what are we going to do? We are going to find LCM of the denominators. What are we going to do? We are going to find the LCM of the denominators. I mean 6, 8, 3, 4. So first you have to find the LCM of the denominators. Now let us take 2. 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8. 3 will not come in 2 table, therefore we are dropping 3 as it is. And 2 2s are 4. Again 3, 2 2s are 4, 3, 1. So let us take 3 1s, 2, 1, 1. Now what is the LCM we got? 2 into 2 into 3 into 2. So what is the LCM, children? 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24. Got it? So what is the LCM we got? 24. Now you learned how to convert the equivalent fractions. That concept we are going to apply over here. It means now we are going to convert all these different denominators to like fractions with the same denominator, that is 24. Okay, how? Let us take first the fraction 3/6. Now what is the LCM we got, children? 24. Now what is the denominator here? 6. Now we have to change all these denominators to 24. Alright. Now 24 in 6. How many times? 4 times. 6 into 4. So what did I say for equivalent fraction? Whatever the number we are multiplying with the denominator, the same has to be multiplied with the numerator, and whatever the number we are multiplying with the numerator, the same we are going to multiply with the denominator. Now what are we doing? First we are converting unlike fractions to like fractions. That is the first step. What are we doing? We are converting unlike fractions to like fractions. Now into 4. So what did we got? 12/24. Isn't it? We made the denominator 24. Now let us take the other fraction 2/8. Now 24 in 8. How many times? 3 times. Into 3 into 3. 2 3s are 6. 8 3s are 24. Next, the third fraction 1/3. 24 in 3, how many times? 8 times. 1 into 8, 3 into 8, that is 8/24. The next 3/4. So 24 in 4, how many times? 6 times. Into 6 into 6, that is 18/24. Now what do you observe, children? All the denominators, isn't it? We got the 24. Now let us list out all the fractions. 12/24, 6/24, 8/24 and 18/24. Now see, we have converted all the unlike denominators to like. I mean to say, we have converted the unlike fractions to like fractions, different denominators to same denominators. Yes. Now is it easy now for us to compare the given fractions? Yes, because all the denominators are same. When all the denominators are same, what are we going to do? We are going to compare the numerators. Now in ascending order, small to big, 6/24 is less than 8/24 is less than 12/24 is less than 18/24. Descending order, vice versa, like from back to front, bigger to small. This is how you will compare the unlike fractions. The same procedure you will be following for addition and subtraction of fractions also, children. Okay, so when we are learning that, I will give you the explanation again. Now let us take another example. I will explain you the other problem. Let us take another sum comparing unlike fractions. Now let us take fractions with mixed numbers. Okay, now before that, before comparing this, now let us learn how to convert an improper fraction to mixed fraction. You know improper fraction, what do you mean by improper fraction? If numerator is greater than denominator, such fraction is called improper fraction. Now let us take 25/4. Now is it not improper or proper? Yes, it's an improper fraction. If you remember, children, when I am explaining you the types of fractions, I have asked you to note a point, like only improper fractions can be converted into mixed fractions. So when did I have said this point? When we are learning about the mixed fractions. I have said mixed fractions will have only combination of whole number and proper fraction. Why not an improper fraction? I posed this question if you remember. Yes, because improper fractions can be converted into mixed fractions. That's why a mixed fraction will have only a proper fraction. A whole number and a proper fraction is called as a mixed fraction, but not a whole number and an improper fraction. Okay children. Now I have here an improper fraction. Now how to convert an improper into mixed fraction? Very simple. You are going to divide the numerator with the denominator. What are we going to do? You are going to divide the numerator with the denominator. That is 25. We are dividing it with 4. Alright. Now 4 6s are 24. Now what is the remainder? 1. Now 1 will not come in a 4 table, so we will stop the division over here. Alright. Now how to write? Quotient, remainder by divisor. This you have to remember children. This formula you have to remember. In order to convert or in order to write an improper into a mixed fraction, always remember quotient, remainder by divisor. So what is the quotient here? 6. 6 is the quotient, 1 is the remainder and 4 is the divisor. So what do we get? Quotient. Quotient in the sense 6, remainder in the sense 1 by divisor in the sense 4. 6, 1 by 4. Got it children? So in order to convert improper fraction to a mixed fraction, what are you doing children? You are dividing the numerator with the denominator. After the division, what is the thing you are applying? Quotient, remainder by divisor. 6, 1 by 4. 6, 1 by 4. This is how you will convert an improper fraction to mixed fraction. Now let us learn how to convert a mixed fraction to improper fraction. This is very simple. Converting a mixed fraction to improper. Suppose if I have 2 5 by 7. 2 5 by 7. Now how to convert? What are we doing? We are multiplying 7 into 2. 7 into 2 plus 5. So here we are doing two operations together. One is multiplication and addition. So 7 into 2 plus 5. 7 into 2 plus 5 by 7. Because my denominator is 7. 7 2s are 14 plus 5 by 7, that is 19 by 7. Mixed fraction to improper. So here what are you doing? You are multiplying the denominator with the whole number. What are you doing? You are multiplying the denominator with the whole number. To that you are adding the numerator. Multiplying the denominator with the whole number and adding the numerator. 7 into 2 plus 5 by 7. My denominator is 7, therefore I will write the same denominator. 14 plus 5, 19 by 7. This is how you will convert a mixed fraction into improper fraction. Right. Now let us compare the fractions. If you have mixed fraction, I mean to say combination of improper and mixed fraction or combination of unlike, wherein you have along with the fractions you have a mixed fraction. How to compare such fractions? Now let us take an example. Say 2 1 by 4, 3 by 5, 3 2 by 3, 2 3 by 5. Okay, now here I have mixed fraction also as well as proper. So before you are comparing, first convert the mixed fractions to improper fractions. 4 2s are 8 plus 1, 9 by 4, 3 by 5 as it is, 3 3s are 9 plus 2, 11 by 3. 5 2s are 10 plus 3, 13 by 5. Now I have converted the mixed fractions into improper. Yes. Now after you have converted, what are you going to do? You are going to change this like fraction, you are going to change this unlike fractions to like fractions by finding out the LCM of the given denominators. By calculating the LCM of the given denominators, and you are changing the denominators to that LCM whatever we are getting. Now let us calculate 4, 5, 3, 5. Alright, now let us take 2. 2 2s are 4, 5, 3, 5. Now let us take 5, 2, 5 1s are 3, 5 1s are. Right? Now what is our LCM, children? 2 5s are 10, 10 2s are 20, 23s are 60. So I got the LCM as 60. Now you are going to convert all these denominators to 60 by multiplying the numerator and denominator with the same number. Got it? Now let us take the first fraction, 9 by 4. Now 60 in 4, how many times? 60 in 4, how many times? 15 into 15 into 15. So 15 9s are 135 by 60. Next, second fraction, 3 by 5. Now 60 in 5, how many times? 12 times. Into 12 into 12. 3 12s are 36, 5 12s are 60. Okay. Next, take the third fraction, 11 by 3. Now again 60 in 3 table, 20 into 20 into 20. 220 by 60. Okay children. Next the last fraction, 13 by 5. 60 in 5 again, 12 times. Into 12 into 12. So 13 12s are multiply. 12 3s are 36. 12 ones are 12 plus 3, 15. 156 by 5 12s are 60. Now is it not all the denominators are same? Now let us list out all the fractions. 135 by 60, 36 by 60, 220 by 60, 156 by 60. Now all the denominators are same. Now didn't we converted unlike fractions to like fractions? Right? Now you can compare the numerators. Now which is the smaller one? 36 by 60 is less than 135 by 60 is less than 156 by 60 less than 220 by 60. This is how you will compare the unlike fractions. Hope you understood this concept, children. How to compare like fractions, how to compare unlike fractions. Again in the fractions, if numerators are same, when numerators are same, the smaller the denominator, the greater the fraction. The greater the denominator, the smaller the fraction. This is when numerators are same. But when denominators are same, the small the numerator, the big the fraction. The big the numerator, the small the numerator, the small the fraction. The big the numerator, the big the fraction. And converting improper to mixed fraction and mixed fraction to improper fraction. Last but not least, comparing the unlike fractions. Hope you understood, children. So with this we have completed this chapter. We'll meet in the next class with a new concept, with a new chapter. Okay children, bye for today. If you have any doubt, please do message to me so that I can make a video on this and I can solve the problem to you. Okay children, bye bye. Take care.